I honestly can't believe how quickly the market is changing here in southeastern Idaho right now. So let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rebecca. I'm a realtor based here in southeastern Idaho, and I make videos every single week talking about pretty much just all things life in Idaho, tips for buying or selling here, things to do here, and kind of just life in general as a wife and a mom and a realtor. But in today's video, I wanted to do a market update for you guys because since my last video that I talked about this a few months ago and a little bit in my last video from last week, things have changed quite a bit, and that's because I pre-recorded my last video. So we have had some changes since then, and the market is honestly changing quicker than I expected it to. So I wanted to just jump on in and chat about it with you guys so you know what to expect, and yeah, let's jump on in. Okay, so from my last video, if you are familiar with what the housing market has been doing pretty much all over the country for the last 2 years, it has been a crazy seller's market, which means the favor was in the seller's hands, not exactly the buyer's side. There was a ton of bidding wars going on all over the country. Buyers were offering crazy amounts over asking, waiving a ton of contingencies, not doing inspections, offering appraisal gaps, just like crazy terms. And it's kind of been slowing down here, especially in the Idaho Falls, southeastern Idaho area for the last few months. But I feel like about 3 to 4 weeks ago, we just had a crazy huge shift. And not to give you the wrong idea, it is still technically a seller's market. It's not like the market just flipped overnight or anything like that, but things have been changing a little bit faster than I anticipated them, honestly. We're starting to see houses sitting on the market for a lot longer than they were. It's going from houses selling in 2 to 3 days to the ones that I've been seeing lately have been on the market for almost a month, and they're still out there. There's no crazy bidding wars going on right now. I just had some clients get under contract on a house at list price. No crazy offer or anything like that. It is just turning a lot quicker than I think a lot of people thought it would, and that is really promising for buyers. I know a lot of people have been waiting to buy because frankly they couldn't compete in the market the way that it has been, and maybe of course they just weren't at the right time or any of those reasons, but this is a really good time for buyers to start getting in there if they are thinking about buying a house. Because it means less competition on their side. They're able to get more favorable terms in the agreement as they're purchasing. They don't have to have, crazy amounts of money to come in over asking or anything like that. It's just a really good time if you're a buyer. And I know that the interest rates are also kind of deterring a lot of people right now. And I think we're at about 6% right now average. I know that's not good to look at for any buyer. If it makes you feel any better, historically, interest rates are still low. I know they're high compared to the rates we've been seeing for the last few years when they were around 3-4%. But one thing that can help to think about is that interest rates at one point were around 16 to 18%. Crazy interest rates. I don't know how people back then did it. So comparatively, 6% isn't too bad, but I also know that when you've been experiencing interest rates, like I said, around 3 to 4% in the last few years, that is a little bit of a tough pill to swallow. So it's kind of a trade-off. The market is balancing out to be more favorable to buyers, but the interest rates are holding it off a little bit. The good news is interest rates are rising because they're trying to balance the market back out. The idea behind rising interest rates is to kind of take a little bit of the competition out of it because people are stepping back and saying, okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. So there is still that factor to consider. But if this is the right time for you and you're looking at buying, it is balancing out, and I think this could be a really good time to figure out a strategy for you and to get you into a house if that's something that you want to do in the next, I'd say, 3 to 6 months or the rest of this year or whatever it may be. One other thing that I do want to mention quickly is that I was just talking to one of my lender partners here, and they were telling me that from everything that they've been hearing, interest rates are expected to go back down a little bit in the fall. Nothing too crazy, they said, but there should be a little bit of a drop in the fall. I don't know exactly what that time frame is, but hopefully that is a little bit of promising news for you. I know a lot of people are looking at buying in the fall, so hopefully they're able to just get in there and kind of take advantage of that little relief in interest rates. So there is a little bit of a market update for you guys. I hope that helped answer any questions that you have about what the market's doing right now and just kind of what we're seeing going on in the housing market here in southeastern Idaho right now. As always, if you have any questions at all, you can always feel free to drop them below or send me an email or connect with me on social media or whatever it may be, and I'm happy to help however I can. I know it's still kind of a tough situation for buyers just because even though the market is changing, the interest rates can be a little bit of a tough pill to swallow, but I just want you to know there's always strategies that we can use to figure out the best roadmap for you and to just kind of come up with the best game plan for your situation. So if that is something that's been on your mind and you want a second opinion or you want some help with that, again, feel free to reach out and I would be happy to help however I can. But until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.